Welcome to the Scaringi Law Lunch Break. This is your time of the day to learn a little bit about the law while you enjoy your lunch. Longtime Trump confidant Roger Stone has indicated he will plead the Fifth Amendment if compelled to testify before the Senate Judiciary Committee regarding the Trump-Russian 2016 election matter. And he indicated he will not produce the documents requested by the ranking member, United States Senator Dianne Feinstein, Democrat of California. Senator Feinstein had requested that Mr. Stone produce documents concerning communications he may have had with a broad range of people over the past 3 years, and she also invited Mr. Stone to testify before the Senate Judiciary Committee on those very matters. Now, Roger Stone cites his rights under the Fifth Amendment to the United States Constitution. The Fifth Amendment states that no person shall be compelled in any criminal case to be a witness against himself. Now, of course, the Senate Judiciary Committee is not and cannot present a criminal case. Nevertheless, the Fifth Amendment has been interpreted by the United States Supreme Court to extend to civil proceedings when such compelled testimony could later be used against a person in a criminal case. Now, that element is certainly satisfied in Mr. Stone's case, considering there is a special counsel investigating and bringing charges against former Trump campaign associates and confidants and others, and Mr. Stone is a target of the special counsel, and because the special counsel has already threatened individuals with criminal charges for alleged false statements to Congress. So there's no question Mr. Stone may assert his Fifth Amendment right not to be compelled to testify. Now, Mr. Stone also invoked his Fifth Amendment right to decline to produce documents requested by the Judiciary Committee. Now, although the Fifth Amendment is commonly understood to protect a person from testifying, it has been interpreted by the courts to extend to the production of documents if the act of producing the documents could implicate a person in criminal wrongdoing. And that's why Mr. Stone's attorney, in his letter to Senator Dianne Feinstein declining her two requests, explained the reasons why Mr. Stone was declining, that the document request is far too overbroad, far too overreaching, and far too wide-ranging, and it's imprecise. That's because if the person has to engage in what is referred to as the extensive use of his own mind in order to respond to the document request, then that could be self-incriminatory. It could be an act that incriminates oneself and thus is protected by the Fifth Amendment. However, if the Senate Judiciary Committee, let's say they rescind their initial request and rewrite the request, and in their rewrite, they name the exact documents they want Mr. Stone to produce, and they identify the location of those documents, well, that might be enough because Mr. Stone would not have to engage in the extensive use of his mind to try to determine what documents the Judiciary Committee has requested. And if that's the case, he would not have protection under the Fifth Amendment to decline to produce these documents. But those are not the facts before us at this time. The Fifth Amendment right not to be compelled to incriminate oneself through testimony or by producing and giving government documents that may contain incriminating matter, that's an important constitutional protection for individuals against the awesome power of the state. And individuals should not be made to investigate and prosecute themselves. And that idea has long been a part of the American and before that the British legal system. It should not be abused by Ranking Member Dianne Feinstein or any member of the Senate Judiciary Committee. We don't know what the next step will be for the Senate Judiciary Committee. Senator Feinstein has not yet responded to the letter from Mr. Stone's attorney declining her two requests. We'll see what happens if and when she does. We'll see if Roger Stone sticks to his guns and sticks to his constitutional rights. I imagine he will. President Trump has already tweeted that Roger Stone has lots of guts for the way he has conducted himself in regard to the special counsel and these congressional investigations. If you have any questions about the rights of individuals not to be compelled to testify before a government agency, or the right not to be compelled to produce certain documents or things requested by the government, feel free to call the attorneys at Scaringi Law. Our number is 717-657-7770. You can check out our website at scaringilaw.com. Well, that's about all the time we have today for the Scaringi Law lunch break. I hope you learned a little bit about the law. Thanks for listening, and enjoy your lunch.